Okay. Okay. Such as Telegram and WhatsApp to obtain during the poem recital.
Respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, and beloved students, welcome to the ARAU Poetry Festival 2020. Praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we have been graced by the chance to gather in this beneficial ceremony. Although, sorry for technical problem.
We shall start again due to the technical problem. Sorry. Okay. Assalamualaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This ceremony will be commencing in a few minutes' time. Kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to ensure a smooth journey throughout the event. As a note to our poets, please switch off your communication devices notification sound, such as Telegram and WhatsApp, to avoid any interruption during the poem recital.
Respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, and beloved students, welcome to the ARAU Poetry Festival 2020. Praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we have been graced by the chance to gather in this beneficial ceremony. Although it is unfortunate that we are in this COVID-19 pandemic, let's cheer ourselves up, sit back, and enjoy the show.
As a start, we would like to introduce ourselves. I am Imanina.
I am Alia.
It is such an honor to be the MCs for this colorful event. Again, we would like to welcome our honorable guests and audience to this historical event we are having today.
Okay, let us introduce a bit on the ARAU Poetry Festival. It is founded by the Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Perlis, in collaboration with digital communicators. The purpose of ARAU Poetry Festival is to highlight the poets' creative works and to bring together the poets in Perlis to collaborate and meet. The pandemic and other challenges have thrown people into unfamiliar and risky territories. Yet, it allows the poets to express and share their feelings and emotions toward multitude of topics. In addition, it is a perfect time and venue for a creative online outlet through a poetry festival under the name of Metamorphosis, the Poets Lanterns.
Performance of these poets allow the audience to analyze and navigate through the thoughts of individuals dealing and overcoming various challenges. During the performance, the audience will be able to probe into the minds as they discuss the webs of words. The use of many languages in ARAU Poetry Festival 2020 conveys multiple ideas and perspectives in multilingual Malaysia. Online presentations ensure the poets and the audience are being protected while sharing their messages regardless of their separated contexts.
There are 4 parts altogether for today's event, and our session for today is the third part of this event. There are a total of 6 poets for this session. The poets are Mr. Azfar Hazim Hasnizam, Madam Nur Alifa, Madam Nadila, Mr. Badrul Hisham, Madam Fairuz Wahida, and Mr. Adi Afzal.
As a reminder to all of the poets today, each poet will be given 6 minutes to recite their poem due to our short session. Kindly follow the allocated time to ensure that all of the poets will have the chance to recite their poems today. The MCs will remind the poet about the allocated time. After each recital, if there's any time left, we will have a short Q&A session with the poet and we will open the space for the audience to ask the poet questions regarding the poem recited.
Without further ado, let's begin our ceremony with the first poet, Mr. Azfar Hazim Hasnizam, Year 6 student at SK Putra, a special boy diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 3.5 years, who loves sketching, drawing, and swimming. Mr. Azfar, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, bagi asal baca dulu. Assalamualaikum. Saya Azhar Fazil, tahun 6 bersekolah di SK Putra. Saya akan membaca sejak di dalam bahasa Inggeris. Saya harap semua akan dapat memahami sedikit berkaitan diri saya. Yang cepat kuat. Okay. Sorry. Kita tak nampak tak apa. Tambah cepat sikit. I jump. Sekejap. Relax. Just relax. Let's see. Alright. I jump. Okay. I jump. Mom asks me to jump higher. Never did she stop me. I swim. Mom says I will bring her a medal one day. Never did she stop me. I run. Mom says run faster for I will be stronger. Never did she stop me. I draw. Mom said draw more. Sky is the limit. Never did she stop me. I play. Mom says play more. Make friends and I will be better. Never did she stop me. I hum. Mom says hum more. For that makes my brain works. Never did she stop me. I talk. I sing. I laugh. I shout. Mom says that how ADHD brain works. Never did she stop me. I cry. Mom tells me to pray and seek help, for I will be a great special one. Thank you, Mom. Never did you stop being mom, my coach, my therapist, my doctor, my teacher, and my mom. Never. That's what that's okay. Okay. That's what the question.
Thank you.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Asfar, you did well.
Thank you, Asma. Going to welcome our second poet for today. I don't know, Alifah Rosaini, a lecturer at Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Police Branch. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, everybody.
Dah cukup.
Salam.
Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my two humble poems. Okay, I'm not very sure whether it is up to your liking or not, but I have did my best. Okay, because my boss forced me to do so. Okay, so I'll share my poem with you. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Okay, so I will begin with the first one. Okay, the title of the poem is Life. Okay, so this is how it goes. Okay, I would like to inform you that I am not a professional poet. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay. Life is a journey. It follows a certain cycle that vary in fact. You may have a smooth sailing one full of commotion, or both. You get scared at times, stumble and feel lost. Get into a chrysalis then. Ignore the voices, focus on yourself. Recharge, rejuvenate, and learn how to fly again, as life is a cycle. Okay, so that's the end of my first one. Okay, so this is the second one. The title is Wandering. Okay, I shall begin now. We sate our thirst and hunger by His blessing. We inhale and feed our form with His generosity. We often forget others in our joy. We distance ourselves in triumph, in delight with the presence of others, surrounded by decadent materials luxurious to others. We kneel down and pledge for transgressions only when the world turns its back on us. Such ungrateful creatures we are. Thank you. That's about it.
Thank you so much,
Well done,
Madam
Alisa.
Alisa.
That's it. That's it.
Amazing poem.
Very nice, Alifa.
Yeah.
Okay, our next poet will be Madam Nadila Abdul
Awesome.
Fattah.
Awesome. Awesome.
She is a senior lecturer at Academy of Language Studies, UiTM, Perlis branch. So, Madam Nadila, you may begin.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Nampak ke slide?
Ya,
Yeah.
nampak.
Yeah.
We can see the
Nampak,
slide.
nampak.
Nampak.
Nampak Okey, sekejap Sekejap. Okay, actually my poem is in Arabic, okay? Okay, let me start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya bunayya. صباح الخير يا بني اسرع للحصول على مرضاة الله. نحن لا ندري ما بقي لنا من الوقت لكسب أجر وثواب من إله، فنحن مسؤولون على ما فعلنا إما من خير أو شر، فمضيعة الوقت يؤثر فاعله. ندعو الله أن يهدينا ويسهل أمورنا. تمر الأوقات ببطء أو سرعة، فلا يمكننا أن نسترجع فيما مضى منا. كم من مرأة يضيء وقته يفضل كلاما فارغا وغير مفيد، لا يفكر في الحسنات والسيئات، لا ينفع الآخرين بوجوده. أنت أمال الأمة والوطن، مستقبلك سيصور بماذا تفعل وتكتسب اليوم. بالعلم نعرف قيمة شيء، فابحث عنه في كل زمان بلا ملل، ولا تترك نفسك وراء الجهل والظلم، فلا يبالي الآخرون بوجودك. انشغل نفسك بالعلم والعمل، وتكبر كالشباب نافعا في كل مجال. ستعلمك الحياة الحكمة والعلم، فلا تنتظر المعلم يعلمك الحكم، فابحثها من الخبرة والهداية من الله في كل قصة تجدها من الحياة. يا بني إني أحبك، فامسك نصيحتي مع مرور الزمان، لا تحصى حبي إليك بالكلام. اذكر الله في كل نفس، اتق الله بماذا تفعل، اصبر على ما أصابك في أمر، إن الله مع الصابرين والمجتهدين. فلا يستوي العالم والجاهل، ولا يستوي المجتهد والكاسل. فلا تيأس من رحمة الله، إن كل مشقة تأتي مع الفرج. Okay, next you can see my translation for Arabic poem, Ya Bunayya. Kalau ikutkan tak mau baca, tapi sebab ada Azfar kan nak baca sikit. Okay, selamat pagi ni terjemahan untuk sajak tadi. Selamat pagi wahai anak kesayanganku, bersegeralah untuk mendapatkan keridaan Allah Kita tidak tahu berapa masa kita yang berbaki untuk mendapatkan ganjaran dan pahala dari Tuhan. Sesungguhnya kita bertanggungjawab atas apa yang telah kita lakukan, sama ada daripada kebaikan atau kejahatan. Pembaziran masa itu memberi kesan kepada pelakunya, sama-samalah kita berdoa kepada Allah agar membimbing kita dan mempermudah urusan kita. Dia bahasa Arab bila dia terjemah dia jadi translate, dia jadi lagi panjang lah Melayu tu. Okay, next, ni perenggan kedua. Masa berlalu dengan perlahan atau cepat, maka tidak mungkin kita dapat mengembalikan masa yang telah berlalu dari kita. Berapa ramai manusia mensia-siakan masanya, dia lebih suka bercakap kosong dan perkara tidak berfaedah. Dia tidak memikirkan pada sesuatu yang baik dan buruk. Dia tidak memberi manfaat kepada orang lain dengan kehadirannya. Kamu merupakan harapan bangsa dan negara. Masa depanmu akan digambarkan dengan apa yang kamu lakukan dan apa yang kamu peroleh pada hari ini. Pergian ketiga, dengan ilmu, kita mengetahui nilai sesuatu. Carilah ilmu setiap masa tanpa rasa jemu. Jangan biarkan dirimu berada di belakang kejahilan dan ketidakadilan. Orang lain tidak akan peduli kewujudanmu. Sibukkanlah dirimu dengan ilmu dan amal. Kamu akan membesar sebagai belia yang bermanfaat dalam setiap bidang. Kehidupan akan mengajarmu hikmah dan pengetahuan. Maka janganlah kamu menunggu guru untuk mengajarmu hikmah-hikmah itu. Kajilah daripada pengalaman dan petunjuk daripada Allah dalam setiap kisah yang kamu dapati daripada kehidupan. Dan last, wahai anak kesayanganku, sesungguhnya aku menyayangimu. Berpeganglah pada nasihatku bersama peredaran waktu. Tidak terhitung kecintaanku padamu dengan kata-kata. Ingatlah Allah dalam setiap jiwa. Takutlah kepada Allah dengan apa yang kamu lakukan. Bersabarlah dengan apa yang berlaku kepada dirimu. Sesungguhnya Allah bersama-sama orang yang sabar dan rajin. Maka tidak akan sama orang yang berilmu dan orang yang jahil. Maka tidak akan sama orang yang rajin dan orang yang malas. Janganlah berputus asa daripada rahmat Allah. Sesungguhnya setiap kesusahan datang dengan kesenangan. Okey, syukran lakum. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Dr. Nabila, for such a beautiful poem just now.
Yeah.
We will continue this session with another poet, Mr. Badrul Hisham Ahmad, a senior lecturer at Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Perlis Branch. The floor is yours. Mr. Badrul? What? Mr. Badrul left the meeting. Okay. It seems like there's a technical problem with Mr. Badrul. We shall continue this event with another poet. We'll continue with Madam Nur Fairuz Wahida Ibrahim, a lecturer at Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Perlis Branch. We would like to welcome you to recite your poem.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Chairperson. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. I am Nur Fairuz Wahida Ibrahim. Would like to recite to you my poem. Two poems. The first one is titled Self. The second would be on Layman of Nobody.
Louder,
Alright.
please, Wahida.
Oh, louder. Okay. Okay. Okay, Yana. All right, self. Those days when I knew you, you were timid, you stood cold, you remained introvert. Those days when I knew you, you survived in fear, you stayed in perplexity, you breathed in deception. Those were the days. These days, when I know you, you are gallant. You stand assertive. You become gregarious. These days, when I know you, you experience content. You tolerate fragility. You feast aspiration. These days, when I know you, you have changed. That makes me love you more, even more than before. Okay, this would be my second poem, titled Layman of Nobody. The day is maroon black. Sunshine seems to be an illusion. The weather is cold. Nothing appears to be fresh and passion as before. If I could turn back time, appreciate life more than before, I could have left sweet memories for the people on the earth's floor. But still, I am still here, counting my days full of sorrows, waiting for the time for all my sins to fade away. How I wish to be free, away from the soreness of life, away from everything. How I wish it would be nippy, 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 and easy for me. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Madam Fairuz Wahida. Okay, moving on to our next poet will be Mr. Adi Afzal Ahmad, a lecturer at Academy of Language Studies, Writing and Prose branch. The floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and greetings. Um, I'm just going to actually I'll be presenting what is known as a Japanese haiku. So let's say that we are on this. So just to refresh your memory, so that we all are on the same page. A haiku is actually a 3-line poetry consisting of 17 syllables. So the first line it has only 5 syllables. Second line 7, and the last one will be another 5. Okay, so it doesn't have to rhyme. It's not about the words. It's actually more about the syllables. All right. So to me, this is the easiest form of poetry that people can write, and I like doing this because I feel that is the easiest. I cannot come up with poem like what Wahida and the others have done previously. Okay, so I prepared 3 different haiku, but they all, of course, are related to our theme metamorphosis. So I'm going to read twice. The first time is just so that everybody know what the poem or what the haiku is all about. And the second time, I'm going to count the haiku as I recite it so that we can see the number of syllables for the haiku. Okay, so this is the first one. Silent and deadly, took everyone by surprise. What a pandemic. So that's haiku 1. Haiku number 2. The lonely campus, 0 staff, 0 students. This is the new norm. So that's the second one. And my third one, metamorphosis, big word that means change and growth. Don't run, embrace it. Okay, so let me count. I hope you can see the finger. Can see that? Okay, fine. One more time. Silent and deadly, took everyone by surprise. What a pandemic. Okay. The lonely campus, 0 staff, 0 students. Sorry, 0 staff, 0 students. This is the new norm. Okay, again 575. And the last one, metamorphosis, big word that means change or growth, change and growth. Don't run, embrace it. So again, another 575. Easy to write. Try it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adi. Very interesting.
Yes.
Okay, maybe Mr. Badrul Hisham is ready to recite the poem. Okay, Mr. Badrul is here. Okay, the floor is yours.
Right. Thank you. So sorry just now. I've got a problem with the connection. All right. I can't beat Adi. It's definitely the literature guy. Okay.
No, he can. He can.
We are neighbors. All right. All right. Simple one. All right. Once now, okay, the COVID-19 life. Once you were free to roam the nature. Now you're confined to the indoor. Once you despise the wild outdoor. Now you miss the never explored adventure. Once the ring donuts saved the day. Now the ring lights bright up your day. Once your online purchase was far and between, now you can't just stop chanting, "What a great bargain." Once you hate mathematics, now you're all about statistics. Once you resolve to a family of two, now God may have better plans for both of you. Thank you. That will be the first one. Second one is once, now, a teacher's version. The COVID life. Once, face-to-face was a method to conform. Now, online learning is the new norm. Once, apps and software gave you the shriek. Now you're a certified computer geek. Once, the only ring you love is the donuts. Now your life goes around the ring lights. Once you wish for that's all class and that's it. Now you thirst for the online action and you are loving it. Once you were just happy with the routine. Now you can't wait for the class to begin. Thank you all.
Wow.
Wow, very relatable. Nice one.
Nice.
All right. Thank you to our last poet for such a beautiful poem recital. Now we shall open the Q&A session to our audience. If you have any question to ask to our poet, please turn on your microphone and ask away. Any questions to any of the poets? Okay, if there is no question from the audience, we shall ask the poet. First of all, okay. First of all, perhaps I would like to ask Mr. Adi. Mr. Adi, is it? Okay. Mr. Adi?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, perhaps if I am interested to try haiku, what is your advice on how to start doing haiku?
Okay, first you need to find a topic. For example, like now maybe it's about COVID-19 or it can be about ARAU Fest. Okay. And then you make sure that you have the idea that you want to convey through the haiku. And then it's just a matter of writing the idea and then shorten it, try to make it as concise as possible. All right. So if you have written with like 3 full sentences, so now you chop them so that they become only like 5, 7, 5 syllables. All right. So that's it. At first you might find it a little bit it might be a challenge. It's not because it's so difficult, because you have a lot of ideas on how to structure that particular haiku. For example, when I wrote about the lonely campus and even that about silent and deadly thing, I wrote several versions of it because it's not that difficult to come up with like 5, 7, 5 syllables. But you try to choose the word choice that will convey the most pertinent message to the audience. So I was debating, should I use complex words or should I make it as simple as possible? Because I would love for everybody to be interested in haiku. So for today, I said, okay, why not make it as simple as possible so that people will enjoy what haiku is, okay? So that's my tips for you. So it's actually, to me, I don't consider myself as a poet. I am not like the others who can write that long, beautiful prose. I cannot do that. But I like poems and all this. So I look at all this type of poetry that exists in the world. So the one that caught my attention would be haiku, because only a 3-line poetry. And another one is limerick, which is a 5-line poetry. So for limerick, it's a funny piece of poetry. It has only 5 lines, and the rhythm must be A-A-B-B-A. For example, there was a young lady of Niger who smiled as she rode a tiger. They returned from the ride with the lady inside and a smile on the face of the tiger. So that's a limerick. So A-A-B-B-A. Okay? And it's always funny. I like that because I feel it's more like a language game rather than a poetry. So that's something that you can try. That's my tips. Thank you for the question.
All right. So you can do it in any language, is it? For haiku?
Yes, you can. But I have not come across any Malay haiku yet. So yeah, why not explore? Just remember that we have the rule of 5-7-5. That's all. If you want to stick strictly to the original format, but I think nowadays people don't really follow that one. But still, it's good if we can have 5-7-5.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Adi, for the advice. We would like to
ask Dr. Nadila. Are you still there?
Yes.
Yes, yes. We would like to ask you what inspires you to write this poem of yours.
Okay. Nak cakap bahasa Melayu tak kira. Nak cakap
Boleh.
Okay. Sebenarnya apabila hari tu dapat task kata kena buat sajak kan. Tak tahu nak buat apa, tak pernah sebenarnya tulis sajak dalam bahasa Arab. Ni first time. Jadi cuba
You have a beautiful pronunciation. I really admire your pronunciation in
Okay.
Arabic poem.
Sebenarnya biasa dengan sajak Melayu, sajak Arab tak pernah. Sajak
Okay.
Melayu biasalah. Kalau macam tulis sajak, biasa tulis sajak bahasa Melayu. Kalau sajak bahasa Arab tak pernah, ni first time. Okay, kalau nak tulis sajak ni yang pastinya yang pertama feeling lah. Nak tulis benda yang kita ada feeling. Kalau kita tak ada feeling memang kita tak boleh nak tulis. Okay, feeling yang pertama datangnya bila Kak Tisha kata, okay Nadila, you kan ada anak, apa kata tulis berkaitan dengan anak? Okay, terus tangkap hati tu je, tak mau fikir benda lain sebab kita dah tulis kononnya benda ni akan bagi manfaat kat anak kita. Jadi kita tulis apa yang kita rasa kita nak anak kita buat, apa kita punya nasihat dalam keadaan dunia yang macam ni kan. Itulah inspirasinya datang dengan tengok anak-anak sendirilah. Saya ada 3 bobo boy.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, so next one I would like to ask Madam Alifa. Are you there?
Yes. But I was hoping that you, didn't remember my name.
Okay, can you explain your inspiration for your poem?
I think that basically the ideas come from, your own experience, okay? Both of my poems are basically written based on my own experience, what happened in my life, and then some of them are basically based on my observation on what is happening in my surrounding, what my friends experience, what people who are close to me have told me before. So basically, I combine all of those and then put them down into 2 different poems.
It must be a very have a deep meaning to you because it relates to many of these experiences that you have in your life, is it?
It started by force, a good force. I think. I should say that. Because my boss said that you have to. Okay. So
encourage. The word is encourage, not force.
Okay. I'm so sorry for using the word force. Okay. He really encouraged me. Okay, to write down my own poem. Okay. Based on that good encouragement. Okay. Based on that good force. Okay. I then to what we call that? I learned to look around. I took several days. To sit down to think about what can I write, okay, and whether they are related to the themes or not, okay. So based on those experience, based on what I observed, the result.
Okay, thank you, Madam Alifa. Okay, our next question we'd like to ask Mr. Badrul. Mr. Badrul? You still there, Mr. Badrul? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So give me with the camera. I basically broke my camera.
Oh, no worries. Okay. What advice would you give to the young writers when they want to start writing a poem, for example? What advice would you give to them?
Seriously, asking me for advice, OMG. Speechless, I have no idea, seriously. Okay? So the element of force is definitely not the element of force is definitely there, right? Definitely, people who love arts, basically they would love it for the passion, right? And basically it requires certain passion. So if you are passionate about something, you will definitely do it. Personally, in terms of poetry, I think it has to be again based on passion. Like you can't force yourself. Like myself, I'm not into poetry. I am into performing arts. But Isha said, okay, go ahead. I said, okay, no problem. I'll try my best. But again, it's all about passion. If you're passionate about something, then basically, everything will just come, naturally. As simple as that. So really, the thing is to discover what your passion is. That's the advice I can give. Right.
Correct.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you so much, Mr. Badra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, next, I would like to ask a question to Madam Fairuz Wahida on your second poem. So how do you come up with the title? It's a lament on nobody, is it? The second poem.
Yeah, the second poem
Yeah.
entitled Lament of Nobody.
Okay.
Layman in Bahasa Melayu is what is known as bukan membebel, macam curahan perasaan lah. Okay, but then basically I came up with that because that poem explains on the things that we feel as human beings, because we tend to do lots of mistakes in the past and whatnot, and we want to change, but then somehow at one point we just lost ourselves. We wanted to sometimes we do have that feeling of committing suicide or whatever, just want to end our life right there, right then. So that's why it's, here you are lamenting lamenting from everybody, because nobody refers to everybody. Everybody would be experiencing the same thing, would experience that phase of life.
I see. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for expressing your thoughts and how you come up with the title. Okay. So next, would you like
I
to
wonder
ask?
if Mr. Azhar is still here. Our Adi Azhar, is he still with us? The first poet. Yes.
Farazim?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. We're wondering, his Azhar is very young, and we're wondering, when did he started writing poem, and what?
Oh, I must say that that poem was written by me. He was
Oh.
reciting.
Okay. I see. Can you explain a bit more about the meaning of your poem, maybe? Maybe you could share with us a bit.
I suppose it is a very straightforward poem. It was totally on him. He is the, I would say, the subject of the poem, and then it's all about his not struggle but his challenges in his daily life. It's all in there. Sometimes with typical kids, you don't find those things. Those things that are in the paragraphs are all embedded, I would say, in him. But to a typical boy or a typical kid, you might not find that. But it's there in most of the special need kids.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam and Aspa, for the recital. It was such a beautiful poem, and we believe that we've understand a bit about Aspa himself, and that is such a beautiful insight for us. Okay.
Thank you so much for providing such a good platform for Azfar, and I suppose this is his very first time reciting poem.
Such a brave boy.
We are honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. I think as a saying goes, to every beginning there is an ending. So with this, we wrap our evening. Okay. And on behalf of Academy of Language Studies, UITM Perlis, and digital communicators, we thank all of you for making time to join us here in this afternoon. We apologize for any mistakes during the event, and may you have a pleasant day ahead. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, guys.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Waalaikumsalam. Good job, everyone.
Bye bye, Espa.
All right. And Aiza. Bye bye.
we start this recording.